So now let's add some users to the domain. Again, we'll head across towards our administrative tools, and you want to find Active Directory users and computers. We can open up our domain and it shows us some folders. It shows us some built-in groups that we have here. A list of all the computers on the domain, none. A list of all the domain controllers, just the one server. And a list of some more users and groups. Users identified, they've only got a single person, so there's an administrative user. It's a default account, and there's a guest. The guest and default account are both disabled. As you can see, the little downward facing arrow, and the rest are groups. Now we could add the users in here, but that'd be rather messy, and what we will do is we'll create some organizational units, or what's called OUs, to allow us just to make things a bit neater. OUs can also be used for the rather badly named group policy. We can also add some groups, but they're only used for allowing security settings for things like access to folders and printers and things. But we'll create a new OU, so click on Dillydale, right click, new organizational unit, and we'll call this one Mr. Men. I'm never keen on using spaces in anything to do with Windows, so I'll use the hyphen instead. You'll notice it says protect container from accidental deletion, so any added protection is always worth having. And there we go, we've got our OU called Mr. Men. We'll add a second one, and we'll call this one Little Mrs. And we've got our two OUs. So inside the first OU we can start creating our users. We could use a wizard up here, so we'll click on that one, and it asks for some details about the person. Now this is a make-believe system, but you'd obviously add the first name, any middle initials they have, and their last name. The machine will generate a full name from that, and then you choose a suitable logon name. So I'm just going to do Mr. and the first one is Mr. Bounce, and we'll choose his login name of Bounce. It's not case sensitive, it just tends to be habit typing names like that. Next screen, we need to give him an initial password. And what you would do in real life is you would disable the account and make him change password at the next login, and until that person arrives with an ID card or someone in trust phones you, you would then enable the account. I'm going to do the exact kind of opposite here. I'm going to leave the account enabled. I'm not going to make him change the password at the next login, because it's just going to be me logging in, and just for time I'll make sure the passwords never expire. So next, tells me what I'm going to do, and finish. So I've made some users. I now have to repeat that multiple times until I've got all the users onto the system. Now to have one set done, I can move on to the next OU and repeat the process. So there we have it. We've got all the users added. What we'll do is we'll also group these for later. So we'll create a new group with the wizard up here. We'll call the name something slightly different from the OU just to allow us to see it. So we'll call this one just Mrs. And it's going to be a global group, and we're going to use it for security. The other option is a distribution group, and that would be used for email that we don't have. So we'll have a group for that, and then what we can do is add some members. The quick way of doing that would be just to type their names in, but if you're never sure what the names are, we can go to advanced, then find now, a blank search, and that lists every user on our system. And what we can do is we can just work our way down and select all the little misses, and add them to the group. All 6 are there, and we can do the same with the Mr. Men. We'll do a new group and we'll call them Men, and we can add some members and have a blank search. And there I have my groups as well.